Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Tekkit. In the last video, we experimented with nuclear powers far beyond our ken, and in between videos I took the liberty of building myself a miniature nuclear reactor, which I actually think looks pretty decent considering. A little difficult to get the shape right, but that's not too bad. The only thing I could have done better is made it twice as big. Anyway, for this nuclear reactor, we did use the equivalent exchange ice strategy, method, thing, technique, just because I do think it is the best. It's the most cheaty and the least intelligent of the bunch, but it's also one of the safest and produces an absolute crap ton of power. So really, what's not to like? So yeah, I did use that, and all that extra power is now going into a spare mass fabricator, which is generating a load of extra UU matter. UU matter, of course, being the, those are webs slash smoke. UU matter being the bottleneck that was slowing down my quantum armor factory, and now that we have that solved, I'm willing to bet that we have a load of extra, yep, there we go, loads of quantum armor. More than I could ever know what to do with, because I am only one man, and can only wear one set at a time, which is unfortunate. But, if ever something were to change and this were to become a server of some sort, I could now outfit an army, and go forth and conquer the world. Speaking of armies, I have not forgotten what the villagers did last time we saw them, but I haven't heard from them in a while. Let's go check in and see if they have learned their lesson. You know, it's occurring to me that today might very well be the last episode of Tekkit, because I'm kind of out of big projects. Oh man, we've had a lot of fun though. Railroads, big power plants, factories, and all sorts of crazy stuff. Hello guys, there's a lot of them here. What is going on over Mya? So many villagers, all excited about something. Oh, hello. Well, this is new. Wasn't that long ago that this was a burned-out house. What are you doing here? What is this thing? Some sort of an altar? I have no idea. Hey, guys, what's happening here? You want to talk to me? You know, I'm not even sure why I asked. I never understand what you're saying anyway. Hello, Guardian. Well, they're not under attack. Huh. I wonder if they like me now. For some reason. What about you? Wait a minute, I know who you are. You're the one who wouldn't listen to me the first time. I see they've got you caged up. This only seems appropriate. Ready for an execution, perhaps? Can I lightning you? No. Tell you what, everybody, gather around the next time it rains, and I shall give you an incredible show. Alright, I know you guys are all really excited. Please stop jostling me around. But if you turn around for a second, there's something really exciting to see. You, sir. In punishment for your crimes... He's just like turning around and praying here. I don't think your rods are going to help you now. I sentence you to be smote! Pew! And there you go. That's why you never mess with me, guys. I know you don't like the rain and all, but if you would please pay attention for a minute! You know what's strange? I do feel strangely appeased. As if my wrath has completely dissipated and I don't hate these people nearly as much as I did before. Tell you what, guys, I shall allow you to become my followers and my worshippers. And I shall rebuild your society far better than it ever was, but in return, you shall build a massive temple in my honor, from which I can rule all of you from up on high. Glad to hear that we're in agreement. I'll bring supplies, but I expect you all to start within the day. Now, before I give the villagers all the materials that they're going to need to build whatever this grand temple is, we're going to need to clear out some lands for a good, proper foundation. You can see I already gotten started on this. This would take absolutely forever for me to prepare by hand, so I'm going to show you a quick little machine you can use that helps make it easier. First off, I've taken some high-voltage solar arrays, so I have a lot of power. We're going to set down a filler around these landmark boxes that I've already set up here, so doink. That'll work. Then we're going to place an energy link and link her up like so. So what this machine is going to do, depending on how we configure it, it can fill up an area full of blocks, it can clear out an area, it can create a hollow box, kind of whatever you want it to do, but in order to make it actually do anything, you have to first set up a template. And in this case, what I want to do is say fill in everything underneath of the, whatever these lines are, basically. Fill in everything else, and then everything above it, get rid of it. So that's what we're doing here, and now all I should have to do, whoops, is start putting in some dirt, and sure enough, it is getting started like so. Okay, so if we take a look, there, see, it's actually getting rid of all the blocks up top, and it's going to fill in everything else underneath it. Pretty darn convenient. The big downside to this method is you actually can generate so many hundreds of blocks just sitting around floating rendered on the ground that you actually start crashing your game. So I would recommend actually going through and picking some of this stuff up at some point. Otherwise, yeah, you will go down to 1 frame per second. But yeah, this is even faster than creative mode. There's no way I could clear out blocks that fast. This is amazing. I know some people would consider this a little bit cheaty having magnet mode on, but for the sake of not crashing my game, I am using it. Plus a gem of eternal density so that the blocks, as they are getting mined, will gradually come to me and immediately start getting converted into something else. I'll get rid of all of it. Don't think that I'm cheating to gain materials, but this is one way of trying to get rid of all of the blocks. It's fairly effective, and it's also really fun to watch. Look at this. Whee! It is a little bit nuts, though. You can see how something like this would absolutely crash your computer if you're not careful. Okay, well, they're getting all this sorted out. Let's see if I can make good on my promise on building them some new homes. Something a little bit better than, I don't know, this. I mean, we'll still give them wood. Wood is cheap and easy to work with, but there is a tool in Buildcraft to try and make it a little bit faster to build multiple houses or other construction projects in a very short amount of time. So I've cleared out a pretty nice flat area over here, so what I'm thinking we could do then is build a single house and then create a template that we can use a machine to build more in the future. So what we're going to do then is we're going to set up a pretty basic little house. Let's say this is the entrance. No, you know what, let me make the entrance over here. Like this, doop, doop, doop. And do something like this. Something like this. Something like this. It's not going to be a very big house, because I just don't feel like wasting a load of time and materials, but it will do the job, I think. Just kind of like so. Perfect. So what I'm going to do then is build this up into a little bit of a house using only one type of block. There we go, something kind of like this. Now, it's not very pretty. I mean, that roof is just horrendous, but what we're going to be using is a tool called the Builder. The Builder will be able to take a template of a house like this and then reconstruct it. The downside of the Builder is it can only use one type of block. Later versions of Tekkit and Feed the Beast actually let you have different materials and stuff, and it can actually create an entire house with the proper stuff. You know, proper wooden struts, stairs for roofs, some glass windows, and so on. But alas, in this version of Tekkit, that is not going to be an option. So we're going to have to go for something cheap, simple, and functional. So case in point now, what I'm going to do is take these landmarks so I can form a sort of box around it. And then a little bit of height up here, so we can create a full box, not just a square. So if I right-click here, and I'm going to right-click over here. There we go. That's a box, a square. Sorry, here's a box. Boom. This entire area, I want to have copied so that I can recreate it using the Builder. Now, the Builder itself doesn't create the template. If you want to have a template, then what you're going to need is a template drawing table. Template drawing table's not too hard to make, it's just a little annoying. You got some diamond gears, a crafting table, some yellow paint for some reason, a landmark, ink sacs, and then a blank template. We're actually going to need a couple of these. The blank template is just some some paper surrounding some ink. There we go. So I've already created one of those. We're going to place you right down meow, for example. That's going to create the box that we're looking for. And if I place a template, a blank template right in here, what we should see happen is it's now going to copy everything inside of this box. It's simply going to take note, this is where a block is located as opposed to one that is not. Blocks and air. That's it. It's not going to keep in track what kind of block it is. So you want to be careful where you place these landmarks. Okay, and now we have something here. It's apparently number 5 because it, I guess, kept a number from my practice world, but that's okay. So we have a template. Now all we need to do is actually start building some of these things. Let's make sure these things are adequately spaced before I accidentally build into them, though. Okay, this should space it out pretty nicely. So if I place a builder then right, I don't know, here or something like that, boom. That should be about what I'm expecting. So what I'm going to do then is place the blank template number 5 right in here. You can see it actually does create the box, so you know exactly where everything is going to be. Pretty convenient. And then we are going to fill it with some wood, because you actually do have to supply the material. Fortunately, with a condenser, that's not too hard to do. And then we need to power this thing. Ooh, I need an energy link. Be right back. Okay, now we're just going to place an energy link right here so that we can convert our electrical units from these medium solar arrays down through a transformer, running through the glass fiber cables into an energy link, and this way I don't have to create mechanical joules. Here goes nothing. Oh, look at that. Look at it go. It's using up all the wood and it's creating the thing. Boom. This is a way faster way to rebuild things. You can't imagine then that if we actually did have the later versions of Tekkit with the templates that could actually create like all the different materials, we could create some really good houses in practically no time at all. But there you go. This thing should finish up in just a moment. Just finishing the roof up like so, and boom. It's done. Boom. Done, done, done. And now we have another house. I'm just going to do this a few times then, while the villagers work on the temple. And this should solve their housing problems. And by solve their housing problems, I mean solve the problem that I probably caused when I burned their housing to the ground. Well, I'm atoning for it now, so that makes it okay. There we go, 4 houses done, and it only took a couple of minutes. Now, we can come through and start adding in some finishing touches, windows, doors, and the other accents we want. And it still will save you a lot of time, even faster than if you were building this stuff in creative mode. The real downside, in my opinion, is the lack of proper roofing. I despise that I can't use stairs. Man, I wish that blueprints were actually in this version of Tekkit, but alas, they are not. Oh well, I'll come through and I'll fix some of this, maybe add in an extra row of housing. Probably plant some saplings, make this stuff look like a little neighborhood. Oh wow, they're actually making some pretty solid progress over here on the temple. Not half bad, guys, you're all doing great. Okay, what else can I give them? Well, I suppose they wouldn't mind having their own power source, would they? We probably could actually try to build a nuclear reactor over here and give them some power, probably using the builder to actually make a faster reactor system. And by faster reactor, what I mean to say is I think I can use the builder so that I don't have to actually, like, plan out the radii of that melting tower thing again. I don't know, whatever that telltale nuclear reactor tower thing is. It's a bit of a pain to build. This thing will save me some time. So case in point, I should be able to place a landmark right over here-ish, and then another one down over... I guess here for now. It's not exactly perfect, but it'll do. It's close enough. I can finish up the touches later. Finishing touches, that's what I'm trying to say. Good lord. Words are difficult to speak today, apparently. Anyway, place you here. Get another one of those. Okay, we've got that hooked up. And then we just need to get the height figured out, I think. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so let's get you... Doop, 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 doop. Come on. Doop, 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 doop. Now, we don't want to capture the cobwebs as the smoke here, because I'm pretty confident it will translate those to being a stone block as well. Obviously, that's not quite what we want. Let's see. Current level is 866.6. That is actually what we want. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get this hooked up. We have a box, and now all we need is a new template. Probably put it over here or something. Like this. There we go. And place in a new blank template and see what happens. Now again, it's not going to retain any material information, so these slabs are not going to work. This colored wool is not going to work. Everything is going to be one uniform block type. Boring, but again, with a complex structure like this, it saves me some time. Okay, so let's try placing this somewhere around over... Here's probably all right. We'll do it like maybe here-ish? Yeah, okay. Let's put it in the template, see how this looks. It's gonna dig into a few things. Let's clear up some land. Oh, there's apparently a giant chasm right here. Yeah, well, that's a little bit of a problem, I suppose. All right. This looks close enough that I think we can make it work. So, if I put in, let's say, a load of stone, and then find my power system, and one quick energy link like so, and then boom, it should try to start building it out. This is not what I was expecting. That's a little weird, right? Not just me? Of course the grass is getting in the way. Get out of here. Okay, it's sort of starting to take shape. This is kind of close to what I expected it to be. Not perfect, but it's getting there. It's kind of entertaining, actually. It's almost like watching a speed build by a ghost. Well, look at that. That was way faster than anything I could do. Now, it did, for some reason, decide to incorporate some of the smoke, which is not what I had in mind, but, even so, kind of cool. Bravo. That was way faster than anything I could have done, even in creative mode. Not bad at all. That was way better. Okay, so all I need to do then is hook up a nuclear reactor, and then these people shall have power. Though it occurs to me they have no idea how to use it. But it's there anyway. Okay, that should be enough to get them going for, well, ever. Perfect. A fully functioning nuclear power plant in the hands of primitives that have no idea what nuclear energy is. Can't possibly go wrong. Whoa. Wow, they really are making some incredibly good progress here. I like the direction this is going. I don't really have anything else I guess I want to work on besides building some more houses and stuff. Maybe I'll spend some time helping them build this out. I can't even begin to describe how much I love this filler tool. This is going to save me so much time. Well, the houses are done, and a good 8 hours of work later, the mighty Temple of Pravus is now complete. It's based off of a Mesopotamian ziggurat, which I think turned out pretty darn good. Of course, I can't tell these people. If I did that, it would go right to their heads, and we can't have that now, can we? No, sir. You there, right there. You look pretty accommodating. What's up, buddy? Nope, run from me? You don't have to run from me. Hi! Yeah, I mean, it's passable, I suppose. Pretty reasonable monument to my greatness. Now, as one final test of your loyalty, I insist that you kill all of your workers and bury them deep below so that their souls may guard it forevermore. Nah, I'm kidding, of course. Well done, all of you. Well done, yes, indeed. It is truly a wonderful monument to my greatness and godliness. Alright, seriously though, all roleplay aside, holy freaking crud, this took a lot of work. I am quite pleased with it. I made really good use of a lot of the slabs and strips and other things you can make with the diamond handsaw to try and add in a bit more texture and opulence. The higher up you go, the more and more luxurious it gets. And I'm sure there's a metaphor in there somewhere about how I, like, stand upon the elites who stand upon the rabble or something. I have no idea. But either way, it looks really good, about as good as I think I could possibly make it. And then, actually, let's go ahead and start all the way down here, because I want to show you just how ridiculous it is having to go up here. Okay, ready? Go! I'll run the creeper. I'm gonna make it to the top of the ziggurat to see God Pravus. Oh, I'm winded. But up we go even further. Marble stairs. Those aren't even supposed to exist. All the way up higher. And now I'm exhausted and I fall at your feet, oh Lord Pravus. Yes, that is the idea. We're actually so high up that Minecraft thinks I'm at the top of some sort of mountaintop and you hear the wind really picking up. But there's the Iron Throne sitting upon a basalt, kind of ledge. So I have to look up at me anytime I want to, have an audience. I would have made this out of titanium if I could have, but it wasn't an option. And in the meantime, all the diamonds and ruby and gold and such show my incredible luxuriousness and wealth, while the ever-burning golden braziers are representative of my eternal displeasure with whoever has been brought before me. What a chore. I love it, though. Probably the best thing I have ever built in Minecraft, bar none. Not confident I will ever top this. And frankly, I don't think that I need to. It also really looks great at night. The lighting features just complement it so darn well. Well, guys, I think that is going to be the end of our Tekkit series. I know that that's going to sadden a lot of people, but this is, I think, a good place to stop. I'm kind of out of ideas as far as what kind of big projects we could work toward. The story has more or less come to an end, and I think this is going to be a fantastic magnum opus in testament to this Tekkit series. So thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed this series. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.